What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here and for being subscribed if you are. If you aren't, hit that button. And if you're listening to this on YouTube while you're at it, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. We just want to go ahead and brighten up the place. So let's get into this podversation. Oh my God. When I heard this story, I was just like jaw dropped and disgusted and just like, wow, really? And it's kind of funny because when I heard the story about Steve Harvey's employee, Shirley Strawberry from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, and her husband's charges, and not just his charges, but the fact that she wrote a letter in support of him and asking for him to be released, I was like, man, I wonder if Steve Harvey would approve of this. I wonder if he has any words of motivation for her, because I literally was just having a conversation with my friend / hairstylist a couple of days ago when I went in for a hair appointment, and she and we were talking about Steve Harvey. And actually, we were watching some episodes of the Steve Harvey show on Prime. And I don't know how we got on the conversation of just him as a person. But I was just telling her, yeah, the show was funny, honestly, but I give credit to the writers, and I even give credit to Cedric the Entertainer, who was one of the stars of the show. And yes, Steve Harvey even has some funny moments, but I give credit to the writers because Steve Harvey, in my opinion, is not funny, just like Kevin Hart. But anyway, I was like, I don't really care for him. And then I just started sharing the reasons why. This was a few days ago. And she was saying, well, yeah, I really like his motivational speaking when he talks on his radio show in the morning and whatever. And I was like, yeah, multiple things can be true at the same time. You could say some things to motivate and encourage people, and you could also be a slime bag as well. So I was just talking about him the other day. And listen, she is his employee, so I'm not trying to blame him or even connect him to her or her husband, so to speak. But I'm going to put a link to the video that I listened to this morning when I was doing my workout, when I was hearing all of this information, and I was just like stunned, okay? But it's being reported that Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernestwilliams, that they, I guess, call him Ernesto, has been in jail, and it's a lot of charges that this guy has, a lot of them. And one of the charges, or maybe some, because I don't know how many there are in conjunction with this actual accusation or allegation, is being a pedo. And you know what I mean by that. So it's being reported that, quote, a man bearing the same name as her husband, Ernest Williams, was arrested and charged with having child porn on his computer. During a bail hearing on live stream, Ernesto's lawyer told the court that his client's wife was a person of public notoriety. And the attorney also revealed the wife's name as S. Strawberry. Now, I don't know Strawberry to be a common last name, so that's how they concluded, I believe, that is her. Now, during the bail hearing, the prosecutor claimed that they tapped his phone and heard him talk to multiple people, and they claimed that Ernesto spoke with an alleged side chick and that he planned on leaving Atlanta and fleeing to Florida with her. And the prosecutor also claimed that he eavesdropped on a call between Ernesto and his wife. During the conversation, it was said that his wife's boss, possibly Steve Harvey, had a second home in Abu Dhabi, and that he may be willing to provide it to Ernesto so he could leave the country and evade prosecution. So I don't know if that's true, because these are allegations. But you mean to tell me that Steve Harvey was going to aid and abet for a convict to flee the country? He is definitely, I guess, caring for his employees, if that is really true. Because, yeah, Shirley, she's been a part of his radio show pretty much since it started. I used to listen to the show years ago when I was a legal assistant, and I used to have my radio on in my office sometimes. Every now and then I would flip back and forth between radio stations. That was a long time ago. But he also introduced Shirley to Ernesto, so maybe he feels some sense of guilt / responsibility in helping them out. I don't know. I don't know, but it's really weird to hear this story, because if you listen to the video, the link I have in the description box, and you listen to the clip of the bail hearing, they said that he cannot be around children under the age of 18, and he also can't be around animals. So what in the world could he have done for him to not be able to be around animals? And it just came up so matter-of-factly. It was like, oh, also he can't be around animals. And I was like, So it was just hearing that shocking, because usually when you hear about a person and they can't be around animals, it's either because they were found to be abusing animals physically in terms of beating them or having them in dog fights, and stuff like that. Or what's worse is doing things with animals that people would do with another human being, such as screwing them, which is absolutely disgusting. So is it because of some bestiality that was found? I don't know. They didn't say. But the fact that that was actually even said in the bail hearing, it just leaves you to wonder, because they don't give any specifics on that reason as to why he can't be around animals. So the fact that she wrote a strawberry letter, to insist that she isn't afraid of her husband and she would like for him to be released, when he allegedly is cheating on her too. So I don't know, guys. I heard the story, and it just brought me back to the conversation that I had with my friend a couple of days ago about Steve Harvey. And I was like, I just don't care for him. I shared some of the reasons why. And then to hear this information that he allegedly was going to offer up his home in Abu Dhabi to allow, if her husband gets released, to be able to flee the country and stay at his home in Abu Dhabi, it's like, wow, you really are trash. But again, these are allegations. I don't know. I don't know if sometimes people feel like the good that you do outweighs the bad. And again, Steve Harvey, he could be a great motivational speaker. He could be helping out the boys and be a mentor and all that stuff. But if you were horrible to your ex-wives, if you're not really that great with your biological children that look just like you, sorry for the kids, and you treat your adopted children, Lori Harvey and the son, put them on a pedestal because they look more physically attractive than your own children, in my personal opinion. And then allegedly you're offering up your home in Abu Dhabi to allow your employees' convict husband to flee the country. You're just not a good person. I don't care how many shows you've got, how much money you're making, how many boys you mentor, how many awards you've won or even given out. It doesn't outweigh the bad, in my personal opinion, unless you make those things right. So guys, I just wanted to talk about that, share this story. You let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I just wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.